Learning these 20 basic herbal actions on the body will help you choose which herbs to use for your body, for your symptoms, substituting herbs for what grows around you or whatever you have available.
Thank you for joining me today at Family Guide to Herbs Online School. I'm Carolyn Gibson, family herbalist, organic farmer, massage therapist, and I will be your instructor and guide today.
As beginner herbalists, we start just want to know which herbs to use for which problem or symptom. As we start experiencing the benefits of herbs, and sometimes even the disappointments of using herbs, we had a desire to go beyond and learn even more why certain herbs were selected. We have a desire to go beyond the textbooks or classes and make our own decisions on selecting herbs for their healing powers. And as with chemical medicine, different herbs will work better for some and not at all for others. Our ancestors learned the healing powers of herbs from their ancestors, not questioning the science behind it or why each herb was selected. They had no idea what science was, but just attributed it to either to magic, evil spirits, or the power of God. Our ancestors did not have the wide selection of herbs we enjoy today, but mostly used what grew around them. Herbs are now available to us from around the world. It is a blessing to have so many to choose from, but indeed a curse, bringing confusion with so many to choose from. Some will grow in our area, while others will not. Healing herbs are divided into their categories by their actions on the body. Actions help us to understand why certain herbs are selected for different symptoms. Therefore, helps us to formulate our own medicine using whichever herbs we have or those growing around us, choosing which herbs to include in our herb garden. Every culture around the world uses plants for healing. So, of course, there are many herbalists from every culture around the world may have a little difference in their definitions and in their favorite herbs. Now, this is a general guide for you to use. Do not feel like you have to memorize this. This will be a reference for you to come back to. As you study different herbalists, keep your mind open to accepting different ideas, and remember herbs quite often have more than one action. And these are just a few of the herbs. Adaptogens, think of those as preventative medicine. Adaptogens help us to adapt to stressful situations. Adaptogens may be relaxing or stimulating. They restore overall balance in the body. Now, they do not have one specific action. Ginseng, both the Asian version and the American version, may be the most well known of these. There's garlic and hawthorn berries and all of these that I just can't even pronounce. Now, the alteraves you might call the little helpers. These herbs gradually restore proper function to increase vitality and health. Now, in the past, they were known as blood cleansers. Alteratives are usually the second action of an herb and not the main action of an herb. And they're herbs like burdock, cleavers, echinacea, nettles, Oregon grapefruit, red clover, sarsaparilla. Now, anthematic, these are herbs that expel worms and something we really don't hear much about nowadays. But there would be aloe vera, garlic, pomegranate, rue, tansy, wormwood. Anticateral herbs are the herbs that reduce or expel mucus buildup or in the upper respiratory system. Goldenrod, elder, peppermint, ragweed. Your antibiotic herbs are herbs that help reduce that nausea and the urge to vomit. Black horehound, especially when it's caused by the nervous system. Ginger, especially for motion sickness. Lemon balm when you have digestive problems. Lobelia, you got to be careful with it because too much will cause vomiting. Mexican marigold mint and peppermint are both kind of used the same way. Your anti-inflammatory herbs, of course, are herbs that combat inflammation. Birch, devil's claw, German chamomile, turmeric, wild yam, willow bark. Antimicrobial herbs that resist or destroy microorganisms. We might think of them as antibacterial, but they do more than bacteria. They also include virus and funguses. The most well known are echinacea, garlic, but only if it's raw, ginger, but only if it's raw, and myrrh. Your antispasmatic herbs help reduce muscle spasms and cramps. They're going to be things like cramp bark, black cohosh, black haw, valerian. Now, your aromatic plants are those with essential oils: angelica, anise, basil, fennel, ginger, lavender, peppermint, rosemary, sage. Just way too many to even mention. Now, your astringent herbs are those that tighten or draw up tissue. They're used to dry up excess mucus and shrink tissue that create a barrier. They're used for sore throats, to stop bleeding, tone the skin, and for diarrhea. Things like blackberry leaves and roots, green and black tea, sage, white oak, witch hazel, yarrow. Now, bitters help activate the production of beneficial digestive secretions. And like the word says, they're bitter. The herbs must be tasted to be effective. Pills and capsules will not be effective. Herbal preparations such as glycerites would not be effective since the sweetness would counteract the bitter taste. Coffee would be considered a bitter when taken black. Coffee or herb tea is no longer a bitter when adding cream and sugar. Bitters are used to stimulate the appetite, aids the liver in detoxification, and stimulates the gut to repair itself. Things like artichoke, dandelion, gentian, hops, mugwort, orange peel, rue, skullcap, and wormwood. Nervines are herbs that support the nervous system, and this category is divided into three groups. Nerve tonics. These are herbs that feed the nervous system, strengthen it, and restoring the tissue. Things like oats, both the seed and the straw, St. John's wort, and vervain. Now, nervines that are relaxants, these are what we might call our natural tranquilizers. Things like California poppy, chamomile, hops, lavender, lemon balm, passion flower, passflower, skullcap, valerian. Nerve stimulants, which are not often needed as these are already overused and may cause anxiety and tension. Things like coffee, mate, tea, cola, peppermint. Your combinative herbs are the ones that reduce or prevent gas, like angelica, anise, caraway, chamomile, fennel, ginger, and peppermint. Now, demulcent herbs they have mucilaginous and produces slimy type substance that coats and soothes mucous membranes. Now, it triggers a reflex response in the gut that helps promote natural moistening secretions within the body. Chia seed, comfrey, flax, marshmallow, plantain, slippery elm bark. When demulcent herbs are used topically, they are called emollients. They are herbs that are applied topically to soothe skin irritation. Aloe vera, chickweed, comfrey, Irish moss, marshmallow, plantain, slippery elm. Okay, your diaphoretic herbs, these increase the body's temperature, causing sweating. Now, sweating is the body's way of eliminating waste. This is also used to reduce fever. Things like boneset, cayenne peppers, elderflowers, now not the berries, just the flowers, garlic, ginger, linden, and yarrow. Diuretic herbs help you urinate. Cleavers, dandelion leaf, which is probably the most effective, green tea, parsley, juniper, nettle, uva ursi. Expectorant are herbs that help the body remove excess mucus from the lungs. This may be through irritation, stimulating, or soothing and thinning the mucus. Horehound, licorice root, lobelia, mullein, slippery elm. Your hypnotic herbs are herbs that help you sleep. They do not hypnotize you. Things like passion flower, Jamaican dogwood. Now, this is not the flowering dogwood grown here in the southern states. Hops, valerian, and wild lettuce. Tonics are food for the body that may be taken daily to tone and strengthen the body. Some may be used for specific organs or body systems. Dandelion, golden seal, hawthorn, neck thistle seed, nettle leaf, oat tops, skullcap. These are the basic actions of herbs to get you started. Herbs may have an affinity for certain body systems, as you will learn as you continue your studies. You will learn which part of the herb for a specific action and the best way to prepare the herb. Now, if you're ready to learn even more about using and making herbal remedies, look in the description box for a link to my online school to making and using herbal remedies. This is downloadable videos with written instructions. Go to familyguidetoherbs.com. Now, if you have slow internet service or no internet service, no problem. I also have this class available on a flash drive. Just email me at carolyngibson1951@gmail.com. Thank you for joining me today. Now, if you wish to see more of these videos, like and subscribe to our channel. Leave me comments in the comments section. Now, for the last 30 years, all of our income has come off our organic farm here in East Texas. We're 100 miles from Dallas, and our little community of 400 still considers chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy a health food. And they just do not understand our lifestyle. They still laugh at what we are doing, especially since our main crop is wheatgrass, which they really have no idea what that is. We need your support by subscribing and liking our channel, and be sure and visit me at familyguidetoherbs.com, your guide to natural homemade remedies. Thank you so much.